So I'm not someone that loves beer. I probably haven't had one in 30 years or so. I just never could like that awful bitter taste. But I've learned that bitter has come a long way. There's this new wave of all the different flavors, apple and strawberry and peach and all types of things. So I contacted some amateur beer maker friends of ours, and today we are going to learn how to make beer. Okay, I'm with my friends Alex and Brandon Boyke.
Hey,
Two brothers. All right. Today we're in for a treat. We're making blood orange.
We're making a blood orange Kolsch.
We're making a blood orange Kolsch.
Kolsch, that's right.
Why blood orange? Is that something you just do, like people just do?
So a Kolsch is normally, you don't add any fruit to it at all. But we're gonna do some off-center beers here, and because it's getting summer, we've taken some fresh blood oranges and I've peeled all the skin off of them, removed all the pith.
Yeah.
And when you add this in the boil, we're gonna get all these orange oils and blood orange flavors that mix in with this beer.
Okay.
So it should be a really light, crisp beer with a really bright citrus aroma to it and flavor.
All right, first off, so how long have you been doing it? Have you been?
3 years now?
Yeah, about 3 years.
Going on 3 years.
How many did you screw up before you had a good one?
4 or 5.
There were some bad ones.
I think this year is the first year where it's like, okay, this is
pretty good?
quality right
Yeah.
here.
First of all, I know nothing about beer, so I'm about to show my stupidity. All right, so tell us what we're gonna do first.
Well, first thing is we need to raise the temperature. So we don't have an electric setup. So we have a very basic brew in a bag 4-man beer setup.
So you said we're getting it to what?
149 degrees roughly.
Okay. Now the bag is to catch the.
It's to make cleanup easier.
So what this is I can come in here, get some of this wort is what it's called. Put a couple drops on there. You close this. And if you look up into the light, if you go out here in the sun, it'll actually tell you the gravity reading of this beer.
Oh my God. Okay, walking outside. Hang on. Am I reading the blue line?
You're reading the blue line.
So we're at about 8. See where we're at.
You're at almost 1.03.
1.0. I was so close.
So we're estimated to be about 1.033 on our gravity reading after the mash. To know that from then we can go into boiling this beer. And when you start boiling your beer, this is when the gravity will increase and you add hops. So what these are Hallertauer Mittelfrüh. These are actually imported from Germany. So since this is a German style beer, we're gonna add German style hops to it.
So what is hops like something that's harvested and several ingredients put together and mashed?
So hops are actually, they're little flowers.
Okay.
They then take them, process them, and put them in little pellet forms.
Yeah. So you'll taste it before you let it sit for all those days to make sure that the flavor is about right.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between what you taste right now and what you'll taste in 3 weeks?
It's completely different.
Night and day.
Yeah.
This
So how do
is
you?
gonna taste like grain.
So how do you know that your flavor's right though?
Honestly,
Brew beer.
honestly, the more
you
if you
really
do
taste
one that's right and you tasted it in the beginning, and you do another one, you can see like okay,
You can tell the difference.
This is all. Really, it's a lot up to chance. You're like down the road is when you start to see.
The beer stays here. I taste the beer from start to finish. I taste it before it's put the yeast in it. After it's done fermenting, I taste it. Before carbonation, I taste it, and then after carbonation to determine carbonation levels. So
Our first beers turned out like very watery feeling in your mouth. That's where Brandon learned about adding water chemistry.
So if you look right here, all this white stuff on the bottom, this is actually yeast. So this is Y yeast 2565 Kolsch yeast. So what we did here is you take an Erlenmeyer flask, you take a magnetic stir table, and about 2 days ago I started making a yeast starter, which allows me to increase the amount of cells.
That's kind of like it's like a sourdough bread starter with your meemaw.
Right, it's
Okay.
exactly. So you
Yes.
have to have more cells for lower fermentation temperatures. So this is estimated to be almost 400 billion cells, which is more than what I was expecting, but still enough viable yeast cells that we can use to ferment this beer.
So how much will this make?
This will make 5 gallons.
5 gallons. Okay.
5 gallons goes away a lot quicker than you think it does.
Yeah, it's only about 50 beers. So when you start giving out a 6-pack here, 6-pack there, 6-pack
Yeah.
there, it's gone.
So, but honestly, you can't y'all can't. You're not. It's against the law to sell it.
Yep.
So you can drink it on your own if you're here having a barbecue and all your buddies are over. You're watching a game. Y'all can drink whatever you want, and they can take it with them.
Yep.
But you can't sell it.
I can't sell it. You can have a free sample, but I can't make you buy the beer. It is just for you to come.
Do you say tips appreciated?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So this beer is pretty cheap to make. It's about $30 of ingredients for 5 gallons.
Oh yeah.
So it's really not bad when you consider craft beer. You go buy a 6-pack for $9.
Yeah.
So
$9 being the cheap end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some that's like a 4-pack being 17, 18 bucks.
Plus, then you have your satisfaction knowing you did it and you like the way it tastes. And if you don't, you change it.
So these are about 60 cents a piece.
But now, do you buy your own bottles
I do. So
or
we have
recycle your old ones? Both?
Both.
both. So you can reuse bottles. So we sanitize all of them, and then we have a bottle wand that we actually come in. We actually fill all these bottles up. So my bottler actually has CO2 connected to it, so I can purge all the oxygen out of a bottle before I fill it. So you don't want oxygen. So actually, after this beer is fermented, I will do a closed transfer that will allow me to use CO2 to push the beer out of a fermenter into the keg. So no oxygen will ever touch this beer. And for light beers like this, any mess up in your process can affect the flavors.
So what makes it a light beer, difference between a light beer and...
The amount of grains, basically. So a light beer is normally, so if you heard of Bud Light, they
Yeah.
brag about rice, so rice is a filler.
Yeah.
Rice adds alcohol and really no flavor. It's really thin, and they do it to make their beer super, super cheap. So our craft beer, we don't add corn, we don't add rice, we add grains only. So when you make it just full grains, you get this really full body beer, and it's not thin and actually tastes decent.
So where's the orange, the blood oranges?
That is the last thing we'll
You do it last. Okay, because I knew you said you'd already peeled them.
Just want to try to squeeze
Yeah.
and get as much water as we can out of it.
So if there's not enough water, we will sparge, just basically pour water over the grain bed, clean off all the sugars.
How much more did you need?
Quarter of a gallon.
So spraying the cold water does what?
Tries to break up the foam.
This is where you really start to get those hop aromas starting to get in the beer.
You can smell that.
It really does smell good, honestly.
It's incredible.
It's got a very citrusy note to it.
I'm gonna go ahead and mix the fruit.
All right, so we've just added the blood orange peel. You get all your flavor from the peel. I wish this was a scratch and sniff so you guys could smell this. If you go to a place and buy a beer that uses artificial flavoring, like you don't drink the beer, just the real stuff. It smells great. We're about 15 minutes out. All right, so we're running cold water in, hot water out. Oh yeah, it's smoking.
Now, if you make beer and you don't have this thing,
What's our temperature right now?
Our temperature right now is just under 180 now.
And we've been doing this 2 minutes?
minutes, yeah.
2 minutes?
So it's falling real quick.
no, we'll have to, I'll stop this second.
All right, so it's gonna go here, and then you're going to put this in the refrigerator at 58 degrees.
Yep.
Then once it gets to 58 degrees, then what?
We're then gonna add our Kolsch white yeast 2565 yeast.
Okay.
So we've
And
got-
the yeast is where the magic happens, where the alcohol comes in,
That's where we're gonna get our flavors too.
the flavors. And then it sits at back in the refrigerator at 58 degrees for
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So it's been a minute since we've been here. It's probably been 2 months or so, but we were ready about 6 weeks, right?
Yep.
We just had a hard time getting together. So our beer has gone in the refrigerator, been sitting here on tap. I love this. About to pour us a glass, and we're gonna taste our blood orange beer. It's cold. How cold is refrigerator? Like a normal?
Yes, this
degree
is right at 35.
35 degree refrigerator? Yeah.
So there's your Kolsch.
Kolsch. It's your Kolsch.
That just looks good, first of all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But do you taste orange?
Oh, that's smooth.
Do you taste orange?
And actually, you can. The orange did not appear in this at all. You just get a nice Kolsch flavor.
Work into it. I'm so scared.
That is such an easy beer.
She's not scared at all. You got it.
Oh, it doesn't smell like beer. I just don't like beer. Here we go.
So this is brewed with like a true German yeast.
It doesn't taste like beer. I taste wheat. It doesn't taste like beer. It doesn't taste bad. I don't know.
No, here's the deal. It does taste like beer. It doesn't taste like bad beer.
No, it doesn't
That's
taste like.
what it says.
Yes, it doesn't taste like.
I think it tastes like beer.
No,
It tastes like beer. It doesn't taste like bad beer.
It doesn't it doesn't taste like beer, like nasty beer that I don't like.
Yeah.
Don't know that I love it, but it doesn't taste bad.
Mom, this is coming from a person who is not a beer drinker, has not liked any beer that she's
So
ever had. So
that's true talk. Let me tell you something. There's one thing I've learned through this whole scenario. Normal people will not just go make a beer, okay? It takes a lot. We're probably gonna put a 10 or 12 minute video, and he talked over my head so much it made my head hurt. We have 45 minutes of configurations. Normal people aren't gonna be able to do it.
No.
It's good. I don't know that I would go to bars and drink. You two probably would, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dad is not a known beer drinker, and I'm not a real known beer drinker, but I can sit down and I can have that at a meal every night. That's how good that is. That's smooth. Real smooth.
Yeah,
Real
it's
smooth.
super smooth.
Good work.
It's an
We
incredible.
appreciate it though. It was fun. Are you going back? You going down?
Yeah.
Oh no. Listen. Also, everyone in this room are over the age of 21. Drink responsibly.
Si, senor.
Hey guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video that you just watched. Listen, what you've stumbled on is our top 100 things to do in a year. So we've made a list of things that we want to do in this next year. So we'll be posting stuff all the time. If you liked it and you don't want to miss anything, make sure you subscribe so that you get the new messages next time we go on our adventure. If there's some ideas that you have, maybe we haven't thought about them, comment below and let us know what it is. We might be able to fit it into our calendar and on our schedule. Like us, invite your friends. We're really having a great time. And what I want to do more than anything is invite you to start your own list. So after you watch ours, make your own list, start your own top 100 things to do. Get outside, have fun with the fam.